So, why not you? This question must have crossed your mind many times. Because you are a worker. You put in the hours, you grind, and you are trying your absolute best to achieve your goals. You sit there in the silence of the night, staring at the ceiling, and you think to yourself, I have the same brain, the same two hands, and the same 2 feet. I am made of the same flesh and bone as those icons I see on my screen. I can do everything that all the successful people around me are doing. But then, reality hits like a cold wave. Every time you try, you fail. You give it your soul, you give it your sleep, but the result is always a 0. You find yourself screaming into the void. Why is it fucking not me? Why does the universe keep its doors locked when I'm the one banging the loudest? You have a family, you have a girlfriend, and you have a few friends. They are the witnesses to your struggle. But let's go back for a moment. Think back to the past, when you were a teenager, specifically when you were 18. Back then, you were filled with so much passion. You felt invincible. You were convinced that you had a completely different mindset and were a different kind of person compared to everyone else in your family. You looked at the cycle of struggle in your house and made a silent vow. I will do everything for my family. You promised to be the one who breaks the chain. You promised to be the savior they never had. After some time, you got a girlfriend. She became your world. You were loyal to her. You made a promise to her as well, that you would give her a good life. You told her she would never have to worry. You told her you would give her everything she ever wanted. You would bring her everything. At 18, loyalty felt like a superpower. You thought your heart was enough to win the war. You were building a kingdom in your head, fueled by love and youthful fire. But you didn't know that the world doesn't care about your promises. It only cares about your trophies. You were entering the storm with nothing but a dream, unaware that the hardest years were just about to begin. But remember, all of that is just a story from the past now. The reality you face today is much colder, because now you have lost everything. The man you wanted to become, the dreams you held so tightly, they didn't happen. You couldn't become who you wanted to be. You look at your life and realize you couldn't do it. You couldn't support your family. Every promise you made to your parents, every dream of giving them a life of comfort has turned into a heavy weight of guilt. You feel the disappointment in the air, even when they don't say a word. And the girl you loved? You couldn't even marry your girlfriend. When it came down to it, when you had nothing left to offer, she chose her own path. When nothing worked out for you, she left you all alone to die. She didn't stay for the struggle, she left you in the wreckage of your own failures. And then there are your friends. And how are those friends of yours? Even today, they come to take you out for an outing. They call your name. They try to pull you back into the light, but your pockets are empty. You stand there in silence, unable to join them, unable to pretend that everything is okay. In the end, how long will those friends keep asking you? How long before they get tired of your excuses? They will also leave you alone eventually, just like everyone else has already left you. You are witnessing the total collapse of the world you built at 18. The loyalty you gave was met with abandonment. The effort you put in was met with failure. You are standing in a desert of your own making, watching the last few people walk away into the distance. The silence is deafening, and the shadows are growing longer. You are truly, finally, alone. But that is the most important part of all. You were born alone into a world that didn't promise you anything. And yes, through all these years of betrayal and loss, you must have learned how to live alone by now. You have looked into the eyes of loneliness and realized it is the only thing that doesn't lie to you. The world has already given you all the pain it possibly could. It has tested your limits, broken your heart, and laughed at your struggles. It tried to bury you under the weight of your own failures. But there is a secret in that suffering. After surviving all that pain, you are no longer just an ordinary person. You are not the same boy who started this journey at 18. That boy is dead, and in his place, a warrior has been forged in the fire. Now, you will have to be alone. You must accept that your path does not require a crowd. It requires a spine of steel and a heart that refuses to stop beating. No matter how many times you lose, no matter how many times the world knocks you into the dirt, you will have to get up and stand again. There is no other option. There is no plan B, because you are a man, and the world only respects the man who refuses to stay down. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are the evidence that you survived what was meant to destroy you. The silence you live in now is not a cage. It is a training ground. You are building something in the dark that will eventually blind the world with its light. You have to stand up, my friend. You have to stand for the family that still needs a leader, for the dreams that haven't given up on you yet, and for the version of yourself that is waiting at the finish line. Because at the end of the day, you are a man, and you must stand up. You have to stand up, friend.
You're born alone and you die alone, and this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you to make you forget those facts, but I never forget. I'm living like there's no tomorrow.